about Long's Peak, my experience climbing it, and tips for people planning to climb it, and combined with some resources from people who have climbed it. So to start out with, just wanted to say that this video is dedicated to all climbers, past, present, and future. And I'm going to light a candle for those who have died in fortunate circumstances, as well as for those who have died less fortunately. But either way, we are all paving the road for each other, the trail, and building on our experiences. I'll try getting a match. And yeah, just dedicated to them. First of all, some general tips for like difficult hike climbs, 14ers like Long's Peak. Let's talk about my experience. So this is starting out at Long's Peak. Around like 4 a.m. was when I started. So yeah, you could see a lot of stars, but the camera can't capture them. Let's see, Orion was over on the side, and then there was like another bright star. Okay, and then you'll be, spending a lot of time on regular old hiking trail with like trees and things, and eventually the sun rises. And then you'll get to alpine tundra. So that's where the elevation is so high that the conditions are as if you're in the Arctic. Yeah, so this is August 2020. Okay, so then you'll be hiking along that for a long time. Okay, so this is, yeah. Eventually you'll get to a fork in the road, and there's a sign, and forward is Chasm Lake and Long's Peak, and left is Privy, so toilet. But there is no toilet paper, so you should probably bring toilet paper. This is a 15-mile round trip, and it's going to take anywhere from like probably at least 7 hours to 15 hours, or even more. So you might need to go to Privy at some point. And then there is a third route to the right, which doesn't have a sign, and that is actually the easiest way to the summit via the keyhole route. So I thought, well, why not just directly climb the middle and just go forward the middle route and just directly climb up the summit straight up from there. Okay, so you do that. You go forward, and you'll pass Boulder Pile, after which the trail ends. And then here's Chasm Lake, and you'll be directly in front of you. You'll be facing the east side of Long's Peak summit. And then to the right will be another way to go up the summit, which is probably just slightly more difficult than the keyhole passing. Certainly a lot more dangerous. But to the left side, you'll see this, and this is what I was going to climb. I was just like, I think I can get to the summit, just going up this. This is, like, I did a lot of experimenting, and this is what I came up with, what I found worked the best, which was, let's see, I was able to, so find a ridge that you can walk along, and holding onto the wall, hugging the rock. At some point, there is, like, something blocking you, a rock that's blocking you, and I found that the best way to get past it was to just crawl under it. And you definitely want to bring all your gear, because you're going to want to take rests in between. So I got up to, I was going up a crack. I forgot if it was this crack or if it was this crack. But, yeah, and there's a lot of great places there where you can just sit down, crack out some water, some food, just rest and recharge to go climb. And I found that the easiest way is, so yeah, there's like some tricky climbing up here, but if you follow the crack, it's generally pretty easy to find footholds and handholds, but eventually there aren't anymore. So I just had to stop and give up at that point. You don't want to go farther to the left, to the south, because it's really just like this, that whole way around. I did check. It's just vertical. You don't want to go climbing on that. The nice thing about places like this is that it's a crack, so first of all, the sun's not beating down on you, and second of all, as you're climbing up here, you've also got rock wall on your back, so you're just like right in the middle of the crack climbing up, and you don't have to worry about falling because you've got rock in front of you, rock behind you. And yeah, that was about as far as I got. Here's another picture, so yeah, you can get up a ledge and move across the ledge, and then I forgot if it was this crack or this crack that I was going up, and then yeah, if someone can find a way to get past when the footholds end, then I mean, it should probably be pretty easy to find. Like, just you're pretty much just like walking up some steps, right? We've got a lot of footholds, handholds. You could probably make it your way up there and to the top. Probably not here because there's an overhang and, well, just vertical cliff. So yeah, this is me sitting in the crack, just taking a break. Let's see here, and then this is the view to the south. So that's to the yeah. So when you're facing the cliff, that's to your left, to the south. And this is the east side of the summit. And to your right, which is to the north, there's the Chasm Lake. I wouldn't drink that water. It's probably got a lot of like minerals, chemicals in it. Yeah, and if you go around this lake, you can go up Keener's route to the summit. So Keener's route, good resource for that is summitpost.org. Meanwhile, keyhole route, as I mentioned earlier, is if instead of going to Chasm Lake and the east side of the summit, so instead of going, yeah, towards, so there's a sign that says Chasm Lake and Long's Peak, and also Boulder Pile is straight ahead, whereas to the left is Privy, and then whereas to the right, there is no sign. But that is the trail to the keyhole route, which is the, like, personally I think it's the easiest way to the peak, which my friends just did, and here's the recommended resource that I recommend for this. Just know that if you're arriving after 6 a.m., you're going to need some ticket of some sort. Okay, yeah, a lot of great resources here. Okay, so, but personally, like, another tip is that really the summit is anywhere. That's something that I realized along the way. Why do we climb summits? Like, would you rather achieve that state of being from climbing a summit without having climbed the summit? Or would you rather climb a summit but not gotten the, well, I guess the spiritual and consciousness improvement that comes with, like, that's the whole purpose of summiting. Yeah, when I did the just directly trying to climb up the east face, yeah, when I did that, on that day, I was not completely prepared. I didn't have enough water, only one bottle of water, and had my period, just surprise, come, and also, for some reason, there were just a lot of really, like, weird and nasty and rude people, and yeah, it was just, like, the trail was filled with them, like, yeah, so I tried again another time, which I am just starting out on here, to the keyhole route. And then this will take you to Boulder Field, which is similar to Boulder Pile, followed by a ledge, which is similar to that narrow ledge that I was on, followed by the granite slab, also with a trough in between. And I didn't have time to completely go up it. But there's the keyhole, right in the middle. Yeah, so this is not quite yet at Boulder Field, because there's still a trail here. Eventually this trail will end and there will be just a pile of boulders that my friends climbed, but I ran into them. They had started at 2 a.m. and now it's 1:30, and yeah, they have successfully summited, and I just decided to go down with them. Which leads me to my last tip, which is, yeah, so this day was way better than the other day that I went. Go with people who you trust and who you just, vibe well with, hike well with. That having good vibes, good environment, being around the right people, whether it's yourself or friends like some of the people here, it just helps so much. As for gear,